Hello, everybody. Another day, another vlog. Just gonna record a little vlog here today. Just finished casting. It's 9:58. It's 10 o'clock. I'm clocked out for the day. Just casted 2 games. If you guys have been watching Dreamhack Masters, we've been going every day from 1 to 7 p.m. 2 first European games of the day. They've all been so good. We've been blessed. Very good games lately. The storylines are coming together. Liquid Astralis will meet tomorrow for the first time in a year and a half. The last time they played was June 2019, Frankie said. Man, that's going to be an absolute clash. We've seen some good stuff. We got a Liquid Astralis for the first time in a year. We got G2 versus Liquid, G2 versus Astralis. Gambit versus Astralis today, which was awesome. Complexity's gotten knocked out. And the storylines of CS are actually amazing right now. And here I am, not even recording a demo review. Who is this guy? He doesn't upload for 4 days? Then he uploads a Patreon demo? And then he uploads a vlog? I want my money back. Guys, today I just wanted to talk about my ride with Dreamhack. And a couple of stories. Just small stories, fun stuff over the years. And tied into how I got started casting. Because Dreamhack is a company that it's very close to me, like in my life and everything. First, I just want to say, I don't know if I mentioned this, I had to re-record my vlog last time. The other day, when I started making this YouTube channel, I was just kind of like uploading videos, and I didn't even monetize any of the videos because I didn't think ad revenue was worth it because I've never uploaded regularly in my life. So like, I'm sure you've heard about YouTubers. You upload a video, 100,000 views, get like a few dollars. That's what I thought was the deal. Like, I thought you really didn't get money until you got sponsorships. But the other day, I actually got my first payment after monetizing these Coach Lau videos, and I was able to pay my rent. And listen, I make good money casting. Very good money. I have a great job, very lucky. I'm extremely grateful every day. But on the YouTube ad revenue alone, I was able to pay my rent. And I never intended to even think about the money when it came to YouTube. But I have to say, that was one of the best feelings I've had in a long time. Was just, it felt like I'm just living free. Like just being able to pay my rent with YouTube ad revenue. Oh, it was an incredible feeling. I didn't expect that, to first of all, to be able to do that and to know and to just feel that for a second. Like, something different about it. It's still not much money in the grand scheme of things, but it's still, I mean, my rent's not cheap, and it's still, yeah, it kind of feels just something special. So thank you, and I'm very proud and happy, and yeah, I hope YouTube doesn't penalize me for not showing up for 4 days. It's not my fault, YouTube. Please don't let me out of the algorithm. Please, I'm still here. Please. I'm doing a vlog, aka a long intro with no outro and no demo. Dreamhack is a very close company to me. Back in 2015, I casted my first LAN event, which was the MLG Miners for North America. No, sorry, I got this backwards. I casted something. And then, wait, was Dreamhack Austin 2015 my first? I don't know. I think it was, so I casted Dreamhack Austin 2015. That was my first Dreamhack event. I was so excited. This was the event that Summit did the 1G molly and burned himself on train, at the back of the train. Now we call the spot Summit, back on the B side on train, back of the bomb site train. And he said, if I lose this match, I'll never play professional CS again. And he lost the match, and he didn't play professional CS again. It was pretty amazing. Sucks. Some of it was great, but that was an amazing moment, funny moment. And they just named the operation after, they named a part of the operation about Molotovs after Summit. So good. I, at this LAN, was so hyped. I got to cast, and it was just an extraordinary time. It was awesome. Back then, the analyst desks and casting desks used to be by the crowd. But then, like one LAN, if a year or so later or something, like somebody threw a banana at Henry G, some crazy shit like that, and then they just stopped putting the casters out in the audience. And at my LAN, Dreamhack, Austin 2015, somebody ran through the caster booth, like in the front of the camera, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna segregate you guys. You guys are no longer gonna be near the audience. That sucks." Then they started putting us backstage in a booth behind the stage, and our voices would go out to the crowd, but you couldn't see us, and we couldn't feel the crowd and be near it. We don't hear the rumbles from over there. Oh, ever since then, when we cast, it's always the same. Until we got the blast events. The blast events kept putting the casters. Oh, we started going back rooms on casting desks in at blast as well. The analyst desks were out in the audience. Hard times. Tough. Sucks. Really, big part of the appeal here is to be out there with the crowd and have the crowd right behind you and the crowd noise bleeding into your mic. It just makes the whole thing different. Casting online is way harder, man. There's no crowd, no crowd to help you out, It's the reason why these big 80s, 90s sitcoms did so well with fake laugh tracks. It helps. You hear other people reacting inside. It helps. It helps you have more fun, entertainment. It just makes the moment bigger. Hopefully Lance will be back soon. So that was the first time I did a LAN, and halfway through the event, Mark Winther runs Dreamhack. He said, "Hey, I was casting with this guy named Helium Umbrella, Joey. He now does replays for Blast, and he does a fantastic job. The replays of Blast are incredible. That's all Joey. He used to be my co-commentator, and he also works at Turner. He worked on E-League and all this stuff. Made some big moves. Halfway through, a few days in, we got asked to go from Dreamhack Austin to do the European CSGO Minors 2015. 2016, something like that. And we were like, holy shit, yes. But then we were like, oh my God, we're doing the NA minor. And the North American minor was being run by MLG in Ohio. And it was being run right after the European minor. There was no time. I went back. I told Mark yes, and I brought Joey back to the hotel. I was like, we got to figure this out. And then we were like, I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Europe at this time. This would be my first time in Europe and my second LAN ever. And it'd be in goddamn Tours, France. And I'd landed Paris. I've never been to Europe. I was like, I have to figure this out. I have to. So we got it sorted that we fly, like, right when the event's done, fly back right to Ohio, land, cast. But we got it sorted out. Went to Paris, my first time in Europe. It was extraordinary. We're used to a lot of brutalistic structures in North America, really modern style buildings, modern style roads. Paris, I know a lot of Europeans don't really like Paris. People are rude in Paris. I'm French Canadian. I know French people are very rude, very elitist. I'm a little elitist myself, and I'm French Canadian, but I grew up in Toronto, so I don't speak French. Like, I'm mostly like a Toronto guy, but yeah, I know how it is. French Canadians are some of the least loved people in the CSGO community, and they're a little stuck up. Okay, French people a little bit stuck up, a little elitist. I gel with the elitist part. I'm elitist too, but over in France, very elitist. So even in Quebec, they'll pretend not to speak French or pretend not to speak English if they think you don't speak French. They all speak English, but they'll pretend not to. And in France, of course, they're not even going to give you the time of day. They won't even look in your direction. They won't even breathe in your direction. So, but I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck. I was happy to just go travel. I love it. It's in my blood. And we spent the whole day looking around Paris. We went like a day early, just traveled around everything, saw everything that we could. And then we uh, took the train to Tours. It's a smaller city. It's actually quite still beautiful. There's so much history and there's giant cathedrals. And it was my first time seeing cobblestone roads, really, besides Boston, which was maybe the other time I saw cobblestone roads, Boston. And it was an adventure. Everything was in a different language, and you really had to like be resourceful to get around, and everything was brand new for my eyes. I was like, what's going on? I'm in Europe. It was wild. That was a big trip for me, and I'm really happy that Mark asked me to go. So it really changed the course of things for me. I did the European minor there, and I went to do a couple of Dreamhack stories. So those are two big events, and we came back and did the NA minors with at MLG, and there's stories from there too. But at Austin, wait, what was my story from Austin? I totally forgot. It'll come back to me. Maybe I'll do the minor story. So we were in Europe, and the DreamHack after party. So everything like closes on Sunday, something like that, in Tours. For some reason, there was some holiday. So they did the after party the day before the final day of the event, and they gave us instructions how to get there. They gave us an address. So we went when we were done casting. We went to the after party. I went with Paula. I think we went with Joey and someone else. Like Paula Gilroyson, the YouTuber. You know him, he's the host. And we went to this after party, and we started getting close, and it's just this big building. It's like quite dark, and it doesn't look like there's a lot going on, so we're kind of weirded out. We don't recognize anybody. And I get to the front door, and this guy's like, "Hey, what's your res?" And I was like, "My res?" I was like, "Whoa, is there CSGO fans here?" I was like, "Does someone recognize me?" I was like, "My res?" Because I had to get clarification. Because someone asks you, "What's your res?" What a weird question to say, right away. And he's like, "What's your res?" And I was like, "What? My res? I play on 1920 by 1080. I play on native." He's like, No, I'm res. And I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, you're res." And it was res from NIP now. I think he was on Epsilon at the time. I think they may have won the minor there. And I remember thinking, "Oh shit, it's Rez. That's Rez. Young Rez. Young social outgoing Rez." He introduced himself to me. I was like, "Oh, hey man. Nice to meet you." I was like, "Okay, so is this the after party Rez?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." So we went inside and we look around, and there's just like a big club. And there's like 1 million people at the bar. We're like, "Oh God, it's gonna be an hour lineup to get a free drink. We get these drink tickets. It's gonna be an hour to get the drink. And in the middle of the club, there's like giant poles in the middle. No one's out there. Because of course, a bunch of CSGO nerds. No one's on the dance floor. But we're like giant metal poles in the middle of the room. What the hell? We look around. Second floor, there's like all these private booths with curtains. I'm like, private booths with curtains? Are these just seating areas? What is going on in here? What is this? And then we quickly realized we were in a strip club. And the bartenders were strippers. And they just changed the club tonight to make it after party for us. And I was like, "What the is going on?" So I'm like, "Whatever. No, there's no strippers dancing. They're just at the bar handing out drinks." I go to the bar, and I'm like, I wait, 20 years later. I get to the end of the bar. Finally, drink ticket. I'm like, man, as soon as I get here, I can see the bartender. She cannot understand what people are saying to her. They're asking for this and that. I'm going to keep it super simple, okay? Vodka orange, okay? Vodka orange. I said vodka with orange juice. Screwdriver. Vodka with orange juice. She was like, what? What? It's so loud. There's like there's millions of people all around me. We're all touching shoulders, spewing germs all over each other. Shit that wouldn't fly in 2020. We were just packed at this bar trying to figure out who was actually in front. Vodka orange, please. And then she's like, vodka orange. And I was like, yes, vodka orange. And she was like, okay. And then she gave me a screwdriver, my vodka and orange juice. I was like, sweet. Took it. Spent the night at the bar. And then just chilled and was kind of whack. And then we just went home after. Too many guys. No one's dancing. It was a very weird situation. We're like, whatever. This is weird. This is a thrown together thing. There's a Twitch after party. They used to run all the after parties. They had so much money, Twitch. They didn't know how to spend it, so they just run after parties for every event. They were awesome. This one was just not a last day event, not a last day thing. I'm like, okay. The next day we do the event, last day, and we don't have an after party to go to. First time in tour, first time in Paris, first time in Europe. Like, okay, we should go out. And we go out, and we just go find a random bar, club downtown in Tours. And we're looking out. We walk by this like place. We're just walking down a street, like literally in the middle of nowhere. Cobblestone roads, just like enjoying the place. Paul was telling me about Europe and all this stuff. And this girl grabs me. Vodka orange. And I'm like, vodka orange? And she's like, vodka orange. And I'm like, vodka orange? It's the stripper from the bar in the middle of the next day, somewhere random on the other side of the city. We're just downtown. And I was like, oh shit. And then we're all hanging out. Me, Paula, her friend talking. And then they're like, you guys want to, like, what are we doing? I was like, well, I don't know. We're just like here. They can barely speak English. I don't speak French. So we just become friends. And then I'm like, oh, we're just in this whatever club downstairs. I'm like, okay, let's just go. This is so crazy. Look what's going on. And then I go downstairs. Guess who I see? Config from Complexity with no shirt on doing the worm on the dance floor. I am not kidding right now. This is back in the day. I think Rubino was at this LAN. Marty was here. I don't know, all these people. Config had his freaking shirt off doing a full body worm on the dance floor. In the middle of the dance floor. Everyone's standing around cheering. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Config. Where am I? And then we just hung out all night, dude. That's the story. So many random things that happened in that one day. In 2 days. It's crazier than Floppy getting 2 1v5s back to back. I'll never forget that moment. There's the rest of the story, but I can't share it. Roll back to Dreamhack Austin. Oh yeah. So, production at Dreamhack. We're all great friends. You know, I always make it a point, like, say hi to production. Like, I love the audio engineer at Dreamhack. He's my favorite. Shout out to Eric. That's my guy. He knows how to make my voice sound like I actually hear in my head. And I think it's, really important for everybody to understand how everything works, right? How the sausage is made. So we all have respect for each other's roles, and we can help each other do our jobs better, and we know what each other are looking for, and whatever. It makes the whole thing work better. So over the years, got to know some members of the production really well, whether it's online this year or in person from the past. And there's someone in production. I don't want to shut him out. I don't know if he'd want me to tell this story, but I'm just going to say it because it was really funny and it was awesome. But we're at the Dreamhack Austin. Hold on. We're at the Dreamhack Austin after party, Twitch after party. One of the best, most revered after parties in after party history, okay? They got this 2-floor venue. We're on 6th Street or whatever it's called in Austin. Such a great little place to be. They close down the street so people can go out, and they'll have tons of food stands, and there's tons of barbecue and live music, and it's younger. You just all chill, and you can just cross the street freely, not get hit by a car, go to different clubs. It's all open Friday, Saturday, I think. It's like everything's closed down. It's so sick. And they picked like one of the best venues there on 6th Street, just rented it out. It's like this 3-floor kind of open bar area with open roofs, and I met Mango there from Super Smash Bros. Melee. I met Intero there, Rainbow Six Caster. I think I met him there. I met a lot of people there. I love the DreamHacks too because there's open expos. I get to meet people from other games. I've made so many great friends from other games. And I have so many friends outside of CS and work in other esports and stuff. I really love them, all of them. And they had 4 bars, and you could just go to any bar and get a drink and whatever. But still an esports after party, right? So a lot of guys, right? A lot of guys here at this after party. It's an expo, so it's more balanced, but it's still like a lot of guys. And so that means that the bathrooms is very imbalanced, right? Not many girls going to no lineup for the girls' bathroom. Lineup out the ass for the guys' bathroom. Getting to the end of the night now, all right? Now the lineup from the guys' bathroom, it's going out of the bathroom, it's going down the hall, it's going into the dance floor. It's getting so long. Everybody's gotta pee, And there's like 2 toilets in there, and it's just a freaking line that doesn't end. You need a ladder that's forever to get to the end of that line. Or a space shuttle, as Wayne would say. But I'm like halfway through, because I'm polite dude, just waiting. Just doing my thing, just chilling. I don't have to go that bad. I'm like, whatever. Now my friend from production runs up, Swedish guy. Call him Al. Yeah, Al comes up, and he said, "Hey, why is everybody waiting in line?" And I said, "Oh, it's just a line here." And then I was like, "Yeah, there's just no other. There's only two stalls, two toilets, not even urinals." And he's like, I still don't see a reason." And then he walked into the bathroom, and there was another person in the bathroom, in the toilet, with the stalls doors open, peeing, swords out, or whatever, peeing right into the stall, into the toilet. Al goes up beside him, shoves him over a little bit while he's peeing, unzips, whips it out, and starts peeing in the toilet with him. And if there's any guys watching, when you're in the middle of a stream, it's hard to cut it off, okay? It's hard. You can't just stop it right there, all right? Now looks to his side. The guy peeing, they're crossing paths at this point. They're making an X. And he smiles, and he goes like this, "Hey, man." And the guy goes like this, "Hey." And then they just keep peeing. That was the after party of my first LAN. And I got to see him today, or the other day, here at production. I haven't seen him since then. One of my favorite guys. I love these guys. Mark Winter's still my boss here. It's great. Um, Dreamhacks are very special to me. They have a expo circuit, so when you go to them, you can meet people from other games, and there's so many other games to see. I brought my brother and his kids to DreamHack Austin to show them around the expo. I've made so many great friends, and it's nice to just be back in a studio environment. And yeah, that's where we're at right now, here in Stockholm. I've never been to Stockholm before, and my big dream at the time was to go to Sweden to cast a Counter Strike event because of NIP and because of Fnatic. They were like two best teams, and they were two of the best teams, and they were both Swedish. And Sweden was the mecca of Counter Strike. Stockholm, Inferno Online. NIP were so legendary. Like the NIP sesame seed burger at McDonald's. They had a fucking burger. They had a chocolate bar. These were things that transcended esports for me. Like I was like, what? So I just wanted to go to Sweden to cast an event. I thought nothing would be more epic than that. And I got to go to Jönköping for DreamHack Open and DreamHack Summer in Jönköping. I adored that the first time going to Sweden, and DreamHack gave me that opportunity. So yeah, love the people here, and it's really cool that we're still kind of working together on things, even though people are moving on to different positions and people are moving in and out of the company as the time goes on. Shared a lot of memories, and really want to credit the first, leg of my esports journey to DreamHack for the opportunity to cast. Yeah. This event has been really great. I feel very proud of my casting. I think this last week, I don't know what's happened, guys, but if you guys have been listening to my cast these past couple weeks, in this past week especially, to the end of the showdown, to this event, I feel like I've just reached new heights. Like on a personal level, me and Connor are just flowing nicely because we're like a duo, and we've been, we're friends, and we've been hanging out for so long. We know each other so well. But now that we're back on LAN, we're by each other, and my energy, I just feel my energy. I feel just such a higher baseline of energy when it comes to casting. And I haven't even, it's a total mindset thing. I haven't even worked out. I used to go for a 30-minute run before every game, every cast day, basically. I haven't even done that. And I just feel like my casting is just reaching new heights. Like I used to feel very like at the will of the gods when it came to my cast. I'd come into my cast, not nervous, but I'd show up to a cast and be like, oh, hope I have a good cast today, and like try to do everything perfectly, eat the right breakfast, run everything. And I hit a peak at Blast Premiere when I was doing so good. I was working out for 2 hours, eating a perfect breakfast, sleeping enough, casting one best of 3 a day, and on the third week of Blast Spring Series this year, I thought that was my peak casting. I was painted fingernails, white hair, red suit from Vietnam I just got. I was exercising, everything. I was in such good shape. I was like peak, absolute peak. Then this year hit. It's really rough, whatever. Resetting, and every time I would go to a new event from then online, I would just have to restart, relearn how to cast. Not cast with Connor, so we cast on a delay, whatever. Now I'm back in the studio. I feel like I relearned again. But then I remember I was trying so hard back then. And now I feel like I'm trying less hard, but I'm having more fun, and there's more energy, and I'm more in control of whether or not I have a good day. Like these last 5 days, I felt like I can listen to every second of my cast. It feels like it's me, and it feels fun, and it feels strong, like a strong cast, really fun. And I've just felt 100% in it. Like I'm bringing the energy, the hype, and I'm having fun doing it. And I'm just excited that I feel like this is going to continue. Like this next year, I'm going to be the caster. I told you guys how much I wanted to be a good caster, just my main priority. Well, now I actually feel like I can be like the top of my, at the top of my game as a caster, and I feel like it's in my control. Where before I just felt like it was like inconsistent almost. I was just looking at this. Floppy got another 1v5 today, and we kind of fucked it up because because he like, we didn't think I didn't think the 1v5 was gonna happen again. But then what we did after was try to save it with commentary after it to really bolster how sick this was. So I'll just show you. Let's see here. I think the game or the actual link to it here was right here. Oh God, I hope I'm recording audio. Okay, let me just change my sound settings. And these wireless headphones.
I'm sure that's how he has felt all map long.
A chance for Cloud9 to redeem themselves after getting thoroughly outplayed, completely manhandled in that first half by the game plan, as you mentioned, by a chilling Kerrigan and Floppy. If there's anyone who could clutch on a pistol, we know that's this boy right here, but he's getting flanked, I think. Someone coming in through back of hut. No, he's wrapped around the other side. How will he read the first shot? No, come on, dude. He cannot win again. Are you serious?
This is another 1v5.
This is 1v5, and he doesn't have the kit.
He could
does have a
He had a
smoke,
kit, but I was casting off a
get on the
T.
bomb. He has a kit in hand. There's a chance.
Dude, he could just stick it right here, right now.
They have to come out and peek.
No way he's going to pull this off again. Incredible.
Let's fucking go, baby.
We're going to have to update that stat, Elliot. 2 1v5s. 1v4 on the pistol.
I'm sure.
So that was like a weird moment for me where I didn't expect that to happen. But then for some reason this got clipped, which is after the fact where we cast it over the replay. And I thought this was actually hilarious and really fun.
2 1v5s. 1v4 on the pistol. Round 1 again in the clutch by Floppy. 1 on 5.
Oh my God.
An ace clutch.
That is so sickening. And unlike last time, it's not versus players that are low HP. The amount of bullets he shot.
Oh my God. I can't believe this.
He barely missed.
So
2 1v5s in 2 days.
The most clutch player on this multi-million-dollar roster.
Locked up.
That is Ricky.
Done. That
Floppy.
Kamari. It's not going anywhere. He has the mantle. He has the belt. There's not going to be interim. There's not going to be a break. Floppy has he's proved it. That's it. There's no question. He's basically the Astralis of Counter-Strike.
I don't know why. So the Astralis of Counter-Strike tried me too hard there. But that's only one of the moments. But it was every round. It felt like we delivered. Like the energy and everything was so good. And I just felt so fucking good about my commentary. I'm feeling myself right now. And I'm so happy because I used to have to work so hard and try so hard and never know if I'd have a good cast. And now I just feel like my baseline performance is coming way up, even for a rough game. So it's very exciting. I don't know. I'm very happy and looking forward to the future. I have a horrible setup right now. I've learned that I should get an SSD. I've never had to travel and do videos before. So this next year when I travel or my next trip, I'm going to get an SSD, copy over my hard drive, and then just travel with that. So I can, if I get a PC in my hotel room, which I didn't even know we would get, not used to that, I will have all my stuff ready. But right now this hard drive is going to run out of space by the time this vlog is done, and I have to upload it. And I can't get the game capture really to work that well, so I have to use desktop capture right now. So I'm still deciding whether or not I want to do a demo reviews or not the next 2 days. So I want them to look good. It's kind of frustrating for them to be like this. And this is lower bitrate too. It feels weird. But yeah. Those are my couple of Dreamhack stories. I have lots of esports stories. Lots of esports stories. I think it's fun to hear stories about players and stuff. So, yeah, if you like this, maybe I'll just do more vlogs if you're into it. I really appreciate all of you. You guys make my day every day. I check the comments every morning. I refresh it, check the views, check the comments. I have a lot of fun with it. And I can't wait to get back to regular scheduled programming. But until then, let's try to upload what we can. We'll be back in Denmark next week, so everything will be back to normal then, at the very worst. So yeah. Anyways, thanks guys, and I'll see you guys soon for a video.